guys, Alex here. We're at Spring Creek for the Pulp MX ride day in October. Really excited. Steve's been pumping this up all year long on his Pulp MX Show podcast. We finally got an exclusive ride day at Millville coming into the weekend. Thursday started raining all day Friday. We had about 2 inches of rain, which was really a bummer because we just had the track all sealed up from a previous race. So Saturday morning we got up at about 6 a.m., started pushing off mud, and actually it was pretty good underneath. So underneath 3-4 inches of slop, we had some good dry dirt. And yeah, it ended up being a really fun day. We had the Pulp MX live show Saturday night, and then today we're doing kind of an open ride day. We got Phil Nicoletti in town, J-Mart. He's only been on the bike for a week or two, so he's going to be riding some of the Yamaha demos. Pretty cool, actually. So Yamaha came out. They got a full fleet of 2024 models, YZ85, 125, 250Fs, 450s. We got Steve out there riding with Van Halen playing in the background. We got Chris Kiefer, Dark Side. Like I said, Phil, Jerma, Aiden Kiefer. It's honestly a really fun weekend, and I'm going to be riding the Vite Cycle Gas 350, and I might even try myself some Yamaha models and see what we think of the bikes. But the track actually came around. It's really awesome. We're going to have some fun today. We just got back from about a 5-lap moto on a 23. I didn't want to wait in line for the 24, so we hopped on a 23 Yamaha 250F. This thing, I've been riding the 350 gas all summer. To hop back on a 250, I feel like I'm on an 85. Like I could just wring the tits off this thing. No, it's really fun. I had a blast out there. Engine-wise, power delivery, definitely slower than the 350. I kind of caught myself like, where on the 350 I'm scrubbing jumps and staying low. On the 250 I'm kind of barely jumping, like the catapult and the finish line jump. But dude, such a blast to ride this thing. The only thing I will say is like the rebound on the shock was really springy. I had to be really careful. There's a couple times I almost ate shit just because it unloaded on me really quickly. But overall, absolute blast to ride this bike. Just got back from riding the old two-stroker, YZ125. I have not rode a 125 two-stroke since 2017 when I was riding for TLD KTM at the time. We did a little photo shoot with the KTM 150, so that was a lot of fun. But man, it's a totally different riding style. Like the lack of engine braking or zero engine braking, where a four-stroke has a ton of engine braking. The power band is really short, so you really have to be cognizant of like what gear you're in. I noticed that I was having to shift down twice versus on the four-stroke not having to shift down at all or shifting down once to be in the power band. So the four-stroke obviously has a much larger power band, but I mean, in terms of enjoyment factor, that two-stroke 125 was an absolute blast. I felt like I was on the gas everywhere, not necessarily going anywhere, but I was on the gas, wide open, letting her eat. Definitely was abusing the clutch a lot. I'm glad that it's a demo bike and I could just give it back at the end of the day, because I feel like I needed a new set of piston and rings after a 20-minute session. But man, that was an absolute blast. I love riding the two strokes. You know, for enjoyment and fun factor, you can't beat it. It's so much fun. Track is actually really sick today. Like you said earlier, we got a lot of rain, so it's really soft and rutted. Had a little battle out there with Aiden. Just having fun, but definitely you got to be really smart when you ride these two strokes. Just with momentum is key. It's really key to everything. And so just being, you know, especially in the sand whoops, trying to just drive with the rear wheel. Where on a four-stroke, it's like you can almost mess up a little bit and still get that speed. Where the two-stroke, if you mess up, if you're not in the right gear, it's game over. So it actually kind of teaches you to be a little bit better with your technique when you're riding these two strokes. So yeah, that was fun. Got back from riding the old YZ450. So this is a 23, but it's basically, I think, other than seat cover and graphics, it's the same as a 24. So this is the first time I've rode the 23-24 chassis. When I was racing, before I retired, I was on the older version. So Yamaha came out with a big update on this bike, this 450, after I retired. And so it was really interesting to ride this thing, and also interesting to see 125, 250 two strokes, rode the 250F Yamaha, and then now ended the day with the Yamaha 450. So I kind of got the whole lineup, and I got to say, yeah, riding the two strokes, it was really weird not having engine braking. It took me a couple laps to get the hang of it, but it was really nice to not actually have all that power. And then it seemed like it was more technique, and you had to be more methodical, like I said earlier. Where the Yamaha 450, to end the day, the track is really rough. It's actually really, really rough here at Millville. I think rougher than the National right now. And I did not feel comfortable at all. I know I'm a little guy. I'm 5'4", 145 pounds. But I did not feel comfortable on this 450. Obviously, it's stock suspension, completely stock bars, stock trim, everything. But yeah, just I feel like on the slower bikes, 125, 250, and the 250F, I feel like I could just land in the ruts. I could kind of go wherever I wanted to on the bikes, and I felt really comfortable. I honestly, if we were to put a stopwatch to it, I felt like I might have been faster on the 125 two-stroke. Not even lying, than the YZ450F. Just because this thing, in its stock form, has so much power. We're coming down the first straightaway here at Millville. I felt like I was wide open on the 125 two-stroke and the 250 two-stroke. Where on the 450, I felt like I was quarter throttle at most, but it just has so much power and torque that all it took was like a little blip and I was boom, right off and going. So I felt like you just have going speeds on this 450 that for me being retired and not riding a whole lot, I wasn't comfortable with. But yeah, just chassis handling wise, for me at this stage in my life, I'm looking for something that's a little bit more, you know, just fun, enjoyment factor. And I think those two-stroke 125 250s were up there pretty high. I think even the 250F. For me, being on the gas all summer, it really felt like hopping down to the 250F was just like a play bike. So it's actually really fun. Really cool that Yamaha was able to come out here for this Pulp Ride Day and do these demos at Spring Creek. It was really fun to be able to ride the bikes, not have to worry about washing them, you know, and go have some fun at Spring Creek. Well, that's a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a really fun weekend for the inaugural Pulp MX ride day. We got a lot of rain, obviously, as we said, Thursday, Friday, and it really made for tough track conditions Saturday morning, but we were able to push the mud off and had a full day of riding. Saturday, invitees only. It was really cool to see people from all over, really. Washington State, California, Texas. People really made the trek to come up and visit Millville, so that was really cool. And then Sunday, open to the public, we had the full lineup of YZ motorcycles, the YZ 125, 250 two-stroke, 250F, and the 450F four-strokes. It was really cool to hop on those bikes and spin a few laps around Millville. It's been a long, long time since I rode any two-strokes, so really cool to be able to check that out. Big thanks to Steve, Kiefer, Darkside, Villopoto, Damon Bradshaw, Weston Pike, Phil Nicoletti, and J Mart for coming out and hanging out this weekend. The Pulp Live show on Saturday night, that was a really big success. We had a lot of people show up for that. This was just a really, really fun weekend, and I'm looking forward to hopefully doing this more in the future and getting Steven Mathis back up to Minnesota to ride. Maybe next year will be a little bit earlier so the weather's a tad warmer. But all in all, good times were had by everyone.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.